What's up world, welcome back to my channel, Vladdy B here. I want to talk to you about money. There are a lot of people out there running around saying money is nothing, money is not important, or at least it's not everything. And that is true, money is not everything, but without money, you also can't have anything. Let's be realistic. What can you have without money? You can have good education, you can go to see the doctor if you're living in the States, if you don't have insurance. You can drive a car, you can even take the bus, and just simple living expenses, right? If you want to have a house, pay for rent, pay for mortgage, or crash at your friend's place that you need to help out with groceries, bills, everything requires money. So if you're not making money, it kind of sucks. So if you're out there saying that money is not important, it's just incorrect. We're living in a day and age where money is what's actually driving people to do majority of things that they do. Even wars. Wars are most of the time driven by money. So that's when it becomes extremely important on what you do with your money. How do you save it? How do you make it? There are people with different mentalities. One mentality says, okay, I have to save all the money I can so that I can survive later, right? Saving money, that's mentality number one. Mentality number two, and which is a more rare mentality, is okay, how do I have more money? How do I make more money in order so that I don't have to suffer or struggle later on? So instead of thinking about how to save more and not buy this and this and that, they're thinking, okay, I want to buy this and this and that, how do I make more money? So which mentality is better? It depends. You can't say that one is better than the other. They're completely different. And at the same time, you have to have a little bit of both. You have to have an understanding of both. Because if you are really good at making money, but you're stuck at saving them, you're always going to struggle. That's why they say it's not about how much you make, it's how much you keep in the end of the day. So if, let's say, one person is making 100,000 a year and they're spending every penny they have, they're still living paycheck to paycheck, and at the end of the year, they've maybe saved up $1,000 in their savings account. That's extremely realistic. And there are even people that are making 100,000 and saving zero on their account in the end of the year. At the same time, there are people that are making 50,000, but they're able to save up 5, 10, and even more $1,000 a year. How do they do that? They're really good at saving their money. If you don't make enough money, you don't have enough to save in the first place. So you have to really struggle and not allow yourself a lot of different things that may not be necessities. For example, if you want to have a nice dinner with your significant other, or you just want to spoil someone, you can't do that because you don't have enough money. So, and you're trying to save. If you're in this position, you're struggling. You're avoiding having fun and having a life. You're just trying to survive in the end of the day and trying to put some money away for later, for your future, which is totally fine, but you do need to learn how to make more money so that you can save more money, so you don't have to struggle in the end. So that's where people with making money mentality kind of sometimes finish first, because they understand that money has to be made first before you can think about saving them, because if you're not making enough, you're not saving anything, right? But those people also have a tendency to spend more than those that don't make enough, because they have all this money, it comes easier to them in some cases, and in other cases they just work really hard for it and now they're making all that money, and they hate saving it because they're like, man, I work so hard for my money, I want to spoil myself. I want to go and have fun. I want to go party. I want to eat at fancy places. I want to go on fancy vacations, drive fancy cars, live in a fancy house. And they're struggling too, although it seems like they're living a really nice life. But the moment they stop working and making that money, everything is gone. That's how foreclosures happen. That's how people go bankrupt, because they take too much upon themselves, too many responsibilities, and then they can't keep up with them. And so they end up broke, bankrupt, on the streets sometimes. It happens a lot more than you may think. So what you have to learn how to do is you have to combine the two mentalities. You have to learn how to make more money, but at the same time have the mentality of a money saver, where when you get that money, you don't go and spend it all right away. You save it and then you reinvest it, which will make you even more money, so that eventually you can spend more without worrying about having nothing left or going bankrupt. And that's a difficult task, to be honest with you, because if you are in a saving money mentality, it's extremely difficult to switch to a mentality of making money. How do I do that? You know, I barely have money. I'm not going to invest. I don't have anything to invest because I have to survive. I have to feed my family. And at the same time, people that are making a lot of money right now and they're not saving it, they're saying, I'm making all that money. I don't want to just have it sit in there. What if I die tomorrow and I don't get to spend all that money or enjoy it? It's just going to stay there and I'm gone. What's the point? So valid points, perhaps, but you have to find the balance. It's all about balance in life, in everything, right? You have to have a balanced diet, you have to exercise, but not overdo it or underdo it, because if you exercise once a month, it doesn't do anything. And if you exercise every single day, you're not giving yourself enough break, you can get sick, really sick, even from exercising. Remember that too much of everything is actually bad for you. On the subject of money though, you know that saying that money changes people? Well, I don't think it changes people. I think money actually reveals who you really are if you had the money. Because when you have the money and you're able to do everything and anything that you've always dreamed about doing, then you're not going to stop yourself from doing it. You're going to go ahead and try to do it because you're going to enjoy that money. But when you don't have that money, of course, you're going to be kind of restricting yourself on your behavior, certain things, because you don't have enough to spend. So you're not going to drive the car that you would have been driving if you had a lot of money. You won't be living in the same house you would be living in if you had a lot of money, etc. Same thing comes with dating too. Let's say if you have a lot of money, you may be attracted to women that are attracted to money. And if you're broke, you're going to end up finding a partner who is maybe also broke, and then you're working together to build yourself up together. So money doesn't change you. Money reveals who you really are when you have the power that money can give you. And that's something to keep in mind. You can all do a little bit of a homework and sit down, take a piece of paper and write down, what would I do if I had this much money? What would I do if I had all the money in the world? And see what kind of person would you become. And that can actually drive you or motivate you to go and make that money. But remember, making a lot of money without being able to save some of it and reinvest it later on will make a huge difference, because you'll still be living paycheck to paycheck. So it's not about how much you make, it's how much you keep. Check out some of my videos that talk about how you can make more money. I have a lot of videos on my channel that talk about how you can make money, the profession of sales, which will generate you a lot of income if you're really good at that. Also, like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content to come, and I will see you in another video.